Hey there, fellow mechanitors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: The Boundless Witch. Episode 4. Making a breach axe to adopt a mech. Okay, we're fully healed. I do have some malice as a result of the toxic buildup, but not so much that I think I would be worried about harvesting. So once we're done mining this out... Oh, Onbu, don't. Not Onbu. Omu. Onbu is Wanderer Village. Don't step on that, please. You don't want to, I assure you. Let's get that wall built before that becomes an issue again. And get the other traps. The traps are, like, instrumental for our survival. So now that we're getting that, face mask. And probably a lab coat. Because we have pants and shirt that we got off that spacer that fell. But a face mask is going to protect us from some of the toxins. And then the lab coat will increase our research speed and give us a little bit of extra layering. Which means grow time is go time. And I don't mind practicing my my plants on the potatoes, because, you know, if we don't get the potatoes, no big deal. I don't eat them, so it doesn't really matter directly to me. So I'm going to harvest potatoes first, and then we're going to get the cotton. Smacky, hello, and welcome to the stream. Thank you for the resub. Alright, let's not bother resowing. I will resow the potatoes. There's a chance for that, but I'm not going to resow the cotton, I don't think, just yet. Grow season here, if you are wondering, ends September 11th. So we have less than... We have, like... At best, let's call it the 9th. At best, we have 17 days. And the growing time for this cotton plant is 8 days. But the fertility sensitivity is rather high. No, maybe we do. I'll try it. I'll resow it. I mean, worst case scenario is we're leveling up our plants. I can think of worse things. Why potatoes? You know, I should probably resow this in, like, berries or something, because they don't eat the potatoes. So I'm going to have to cook the potatoes into meals for Silent Riders training. Because apparently raw potatoes just aren't part of their diet, despite the fact that it said it was. But, you know, it's something we'll solve. Okay. That face mask is going to be very helpful. And then until we have the ability to make ourselves a royal prestige robe, a lab coat makes the most sense. Unless we're doing a lot of fighting, and then if we're doing a lot of fighting, Bandolier makes more sense. So maybe having both where we can switch interchangeably. But for now, combat's really not our forte and not something we're going to be any good at. So I'm not going to queue up for any of that. I also might just hide masks, even though we're wearing one. Because I prefer to see the pawn as they are. Why not a duster? Because a lab coat's better. A lab coat increases research speed by 5% and entity study rate by 10%. And Witch here isn't going to do a lot of combat. I mean, she's not a jogger. She's not a shooter. She has no passions for it. It's worth noting, again, this. Roleplay disclaimer. This series is about a child, and she might be brilliant and resilient, but she's not a min-maxer. She isn't trying to kill the world or get revenge. She's a child. She wants friends. She's not going to be making, like, arms and armor unless she needs to. It's not in the cards. It's not the intention of the series. It's not something she's interested in. It's not a min-max series. I'm not ruthlessly efficient. And I even have a disclaimer stating as such. So she is interested in intellectual. She's interested in plants and animals and medical. She's wearing a lab coat. I think that makes sense to me. You know? If you ask my kid what he would want to wear, he's going to be like, oh, you know, firefighter's jacket or something. Like that's what a child is going to say. And that's exactly why I have her wearing what she's wearing. And yeah, I don't mind the question. I just wanted to point out it's not a min-max series, and it's and to avoid regularly having to respond the same way, just being able to point to she's a kid and she's not trying to min-max is ultimately, I think, going to be pretty helpful to avoid future confusion. All right, so her toxic buildup is falling. She's going to need some recreation time in a minute. But I was going to move some benches around to make better use of the space. I guess it's fine. Alright, recreate. And let's update the inside zone. Yeah, that spot's fine. Now the light level here is 49%, which is just enough to offer a benefit, but it could be better. Once we have a wind turbine, we can actually hook up lights, though. So, running electricity is definitely on the horizon. Let's get the potatoes and the cloth inside, so it doesn't rot. It took a lot of effort to plant it. Don't want to lose it. And then after we get the robots, it might make sense to try to get a stove of some sort so that we can feed Silent Rider meals for training. And maybe I move the torch somewhere more central to this updated footprint of the room. Or, given that there's 4 days left, perhaps I'll have running power by the time. So the current priority is get running power. Toxic buildup is basically 0. And if we want running power, the first step is to clear the build site. And then to get the materials. Oh, speaking of materials. Tox melons. There's a non-zero chance that this is train-worthy for Silent... Yep, it is. Can be used for training Silent Rider. Got it. Here we go. Caravan. I don't want wild animals to eat this. Maybe at some point I'll be able to like feed all the wild animals, but for now, my own pet is priority. And that also means I won't have such a high need for I might want like an air conditioner, but I won't need a stove if we can feed Silent Rider some tox melons for training. So trying to retrain guard, it worked. I hadn't trained him in a while, so some retraining is required. And then I think what I'm going to do is not allow sowing, and we'll switch this over to like corn or something. But I'm not going to allow sowing because we're definitely... Ooh, Madomu. Shoot. I am stuck inside for now. Also, useful to note, there was slag down there. I don't think we'll need steel that badly, because there seems to be a lot of surface steel. But, you know, if it comes to that. And then once we have a ranch, it's also pretty reasonable to get a fabric pet bed, because it's going to allow Silent Ride to recover from diseases more easily. Oh no, this is bad. There's a 3-year-old, and it's going to get massacred. It's also an unwaveringly loyal. What 3-year-olds are unwaveringly loyal? Come on now. But it's an unwaveringly loyal 3-year-old who believes in cannibalism. And there's a 0% chance that they're going to be able to be rescued. Normally, I would be like, yeah, I'll save you. But, like, they're just going to die to this manhunter. Oh, no! You got lucky! The angry... Omu is done. You just... Oh, you have no idea how lucky you are. Yeah. Unwavering loyal unless candy's involved or something like that, right? Alright, in that case, I'm able to go out again because we don't have any manhunters. So, let's get this wall built. What I want to do is want to have the ranch not have like a wild animal in it so that I'm not sharing food with wild animals. So I'm going to have to wait to complete the wall for when that other Omu is out of it. So I'm just prepping the area for ready to enclose, and I'll like leave one wall unbuilt until it's ready. I can't believe Tiger made it out. That was... I really thought that we were going to have a dead 3-year-old. And I'm just going to replant these plants elsewhere. No need to kill them. Yeah, we can build a door and then like close it when it gets out. That makes sense as well. Force the door open. Come on, nudge. Woo! No! Well, eventually. And then the last thing we're going to want here is, like, the pen marker. I guess let's just do a stone pen marker. That seems fine. I'll put a stone pen marker in there. Race. Huzzah! No, wait! Stop! Stop! I closed it! I closed it! No! No! Ah! Rip. Okay, wait. Oh, yeah. believe I was outsmarted by a bison-sized bug. All right, it's out, finally. Pen marker's going in, and then we'll do an animal bed here. I don't know, here, and build a little roof over it. Yeah, there's already a roof over it. Sweet. We have a ranch. I'm going to continue mining this area a little bit longer so that I can recover my pollution buildup. So I'm not so close to the, like, sick threshold. Yeah, I mean, these things are huge. They're massive. They're like bison-sized bugs. They just happen to be very friendly. But, like, their meat yield is absolutely absurd. All right, and we have our fire breaks in. Yep. Looking good. How many bugs can it support via the pen marker? About equal. And then if you put training in there, it's like a net positive. But yeah, it's basically net zero. Now, unfortunately for me, if the fog sticks around a while, it's going to make for wind power to be very bad. But, you know, it is what it is. If that's the case, so be it. And then the other thing I wanted to do is to spruce up the micro home. I mean, I very much live like a witch. I'm living inside of the trunk of a dead tree. Which is funny to think about. Yeah, let's get some shelves to try to clear up things a bit. And then we'll mine up some more steel for the wind turbine so we can actually build the thing when the time comes. So, restricted inside. We have a deserter. A medical assistant is calling from nearby. She has deserted the Shattered Empire and is being hunted by a loyalty squad. I really have no interest in putting myself on the kill list of the Empire. So, no, I'm not helping out a deserter. Sorry, deserter. Also, you're like an adult, I'm assuming? Let me double check. Who is... Yeah, I mean, I don't know how old you are, but I'm assuming you're an adult. And yeah, I don't help out adults either. Okay, that's a bit cleaner. The laboratory is now dull, not awful, which is a big gain. We're also, in mining all this out, let's try to calculate it. We've got 1, 2, 3.5 tox packs. So 3 tox packs or 18 tiles worth of pollution that we can remove. It's good to know. Because there is polluted rich soil here. So I could remove pollution in this area and have this be rich fertile soil, which would be amazing for plant speed and growth if we made the effort. All right, tox buildup is 8%. We have got the steel now, I think. Yep, we've got the steel for the turbine. I'm going to mine up 2 more nodes, get a little bit extra. And then we'll make a run for the components that ought to still be up here. Yep, they... Oh, God! I don't know if I can make it in time. Worst case scenario, I mine some up. But this is 1 out of 70. Woo! We got it! Haha! What's up? Oh, could not have waited any longer. Oh, I'm glad I checked. Okay, well, that was close. No, training, sure. How valuable are they now? I mean, they're like 32 bucks. And guard training worked. Sweet. Okay, so there's nothing blocking this wind turbine. And in order for this wind turbine to do anything for us, let's conduit it up like that. Paid force weather. Okay, this we might want to take. Siagria wants to perform a low power test of one of her ship area attack weapons. If she does, the weather control system will force the weather around to be foggy rain for 18 days. Rain is good. Rain helps crops grow. Foggy hurts our accuracy, but like, I don't shoot anyone. Not really. So if we are to accept this, let's assume we accept this. What reward to accept? 1, 2, or 3. I don't feel like I need to put my 2 cents in. It's totally up to you, but one of those things is not like the other, is all I'm going to say. And Dagonite, thank you for the gifted subs. Arsenal, thank you for the resub too. Cheers. All right, we are bingo steel, so let's continue mining. And it's fun to have like a little wind-powered barn. I'm also have 1 day left of lamp fuel, of torch fuel, and obviously we're gonna transition over to wall lamps as well. Now that we're on wind power. And then space heaters too. Wouldn't mind getting solar at some point, but this is a very fine start. So the next thing we want is, now that we have power, and you guys obviously want the advanced component. I mean, that's exactly what I thought. Advanced components allows us to get fabrication, and without them, there's no way forward. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer to me. So, yeah. We accepted that quest, and we're going to get foggy rain, and then the rain is going to be also a benefit because our crops will grow faster. But there we go. We got the jade. We got the component. So now the current priority is get a smithy, make a breach axe, and get bots. And don't worry, I'll move the advanced component before it goes 1 HP out of 70 or whatever. Or 100. No, up 70. It'll be moved soon. Wow, Dak, thanks for even more gifted subs. Well, hot damn. Furniture. Plant pot, jade pot. Right there. Let's make it nice. Lovely. So I don't exactly know where I want to remove pollution from. Oh, don't stand there. When it comes to moving my pollution over there. And then there of course, is that pocket of pollution over here that we can remove too. Because this could absorb a lot more pollution as well. So we could start actually cleaning up the local area if we want. Now, one reason to keep pollution where Silent Rider is Silent Rider does have pollution maximus. So if Silent Rider is in a polluted zone, they're stronger in combat. It doesn't actually make sense to have a clean barn. Because if Silent Rider or any of the Omu are ever to help us in combat, we want them to have pollution maximum. The only types of enemies that wouldn't help with are wasters, which are a small percentage of the enemies that come to mess with us. And Dave, thank you for the gifted subs as well. My goodness, guys. Thank you, thank you. It is lit now kind of everywhere here, which is great. I'm going to move some furniture around again. I know, just constantly doing that. To make good use of space. Actually, maybe not even there. I don't actually have need of that at the moment. There, it's average sized. 24-hour stream. Oh god. My kidneys. Oh, heal root. Oh, heavenly heal root. If I really absolutely needed to, I could harvest them now. So, we are looking for an electric smithy. And... oh, it reaches. Let's drop that in. And this is, again, because trying to get the ancient Exostrider midsection to be able to get the mech link, we are going to need to break 3,000 HP, and like a breach axe is really the only reasonable way to do it without standing there for like an entire day going, please, let me in. Which is, you know, honestly just stupid. So I'm going to need a little bit more steel for that. And then there is a risk because when the Exostrider midsection, so a little reminder about the mech link quest, you destroy it, you analyze it, and then you call down like mech debris. And when you call down mech debris, in order to get your mech link, you actually have to fight a robot. So I think having backup spike traps prior to fighting the robot is definitely the right call. I don't want to die to like a scyther or something. So if I have to play like Benny Hill music and run in circles setting up spike traps, that's fine. I'd rather have to do that than die fighting a robot that I had no ability to defend myself from. And on top of that, we have to wait for the wind turbine to do a little bit more spinning, because at the moment, it's not generating the power we need for the electric smithy, not unless we build another one or something like that. It's possible that we get like a research solar, or, you know, but all of that takes time. Oh, yeah, it's spinning now. Pretty fast. We'll just have to time when the wind picks up from the rain. Because basically, foggy means low wind and rain means high wind. So it's going to like vary between the two. So sometimes we'll have good wind, sometimes we won't. And yeah, battery tech is going to be useful if we have renewable power sources. There is geothermal potential nearby if we want to invest the massive amount of resources and research into doing that. But yeah. All right, so before we fight the mid-strider, I don't want to do it at 2 in the morning. I want it to be daytime so that I can actually run down there reasonably quick. But I'm going to get some excess steel and build spare traps and then uninstall them. So that in the case that it's a sketchy fight and I have to destroy something strong, I have like an array of spare traps that I can throw down to help spike whatever mech comes to attack me. And Chief Talk, thank you for the resub too. Cheers. I've been doing a fairly okay job at avoiding actively being in a pollution zone. Oh, nice. Construction 10. That's super useful. I started off at, what, like 5 or something? It's really, really improved. Any still ruins on the map? There are some still ruins, yes. Oh, Kellyanne, thanks for the gifted sub as well. Holy heck. Most of them are limestone, like, let me do the claim. So I've already looked for ancient dangers, there's none. There's a little limestone ruin here. There's a steel ruin down there. The thing is, the travel time to get down there, the amount of like pollution that you'll and time it takes probably is not worth it. It's better to mine. And one of the other reasons it's better to mine is we'll level up mining skill, and leveling up mining skill will allow us to excavate more of this mountain, because there is a big mountain over here, and it might have precious materials, or we could even burrow into the mountain for security. One of the advantages of mountain bases, of course, is you're immune to pod drop raids, and pod drop raids are particularly bad for Witch until she gets like psi casting or like locust armor or a jump pack or something like that, because a pod drop raid is something that she won't be able to outrun. Nice! You can guard me. So when I'm drafted doing field work, follow me. And next up, I'll try to... Uh-oh, speaking of raids... We got an impid coming to try to kill us. Well, there goes my spare traps. Rip. Can they be pack animals? Yes, they are indeed pack animals. They're carry weight. They have an immense amount of caravan weight, too. Carry capacity 425. It's stupid high. Stupid high. And they move pretty good, too. They're not sluggish, despite looking sluggish. I am going to... So, here's the risk. If I open this door right now, the other Omu... Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I think... if I fence gate... or fence it, the other Omu won't commit suicide going through my spike traps. But obviously raiders will just, like, go right over. I could be wrong. I'm not sure about this. But I'm fairly certain now that my doors are forced open. The raider has a clear path in, but the Omu don't. So they're not going to spike themselves. That's at least the hope. So for now, stay inside. And we're going to continue research into machining, because I think gas masks make a hell of a lot of sense in this scenario. And then working towards gun turrets would be even smarter, ultimately. I'll be waiting here. Splat! Exactly how I thought it would go. Unless they're nimble. I'm really weak to nimble raiders. Because I don't have a good capacity to deal with nimble raiders. They avoid traps very well, and I'm going to need turrets to be able to deal with that. But everyone else. I don't really want his gear. So I'm just hauling him out to feed the Omu. And, I think I'll take his revolver, I guess? Doing a little bit more mining to replace the trap that was used. I should just have auto rearm. That would help. And then we'll make a play for the mechs. Choke pests. Didn't realize the name. They're all random. So we've got Pogum, the Pig Union, East Urkorban, or Urko Baron, the Civil Outlander Union, the Black Tree Tribe. Taking a look at their ideologies, the Civil Outlander Union are just individualists that believe in a universal god. The Pogum are supremacists. We've got the Black Tree Tribe, who are guilty personhood cannibals. So don't eat animals, eat people, or something. We've got the fierce Neanderthal tribe, the League of Thwodwo or something, and they are nature primacy proselytizing ritualists who believe in the goddess of life. Okay. Then the Clade of Hakrithri, the Impids, who are supremacists, very straightforward supremacists, very simple. The Edekin, who are the Wanthis, or Wanhis, and their raider personhood. A lot of other personhood, animal personhood. The Choke Pests, who just raided us, the Wasters, and they're raiding supremacists. The Shadow Empire, who are, you know, male supremacy. Oh, maybe that's why she got outcast too, because she's female. Loyalist collectivists. It's going to be hard to get along with them. And then the Void Traders, who are just shipborn. They're always just shipborn. Now, another thing we could do is train or try to tame that fox squirrel now that Silent Rider can guard us as we go to do things. And I think I'm going to have them trained to attack first. As much as I want them hauling, I think having a battle buddy is going to be more helpful in the long run. I'm going to harvest this early and see if we can get corn before end of season. I doubt we will, but you never know. So we've got everything we need to make a play for the Scythers. And I'm going to wait for daybreak and go get that mech link. I'll also update the inside zone. We'll call it behind walls. Actually, give it new color. Yeah, that's a better color. Behind walls. So this new behind wall zone is going to be anywhere that is like safe if there's like manhunters outside. That's the concept. X42, thank you for the resub. And I'll not include the trap corridor in the behind the walls because there's a high likelihood that like we would close that door. So this is the behind the wall zone. Nice. So there's the grow zone. And it's nearly daybreak. So we'll head south. Silent Rider will come with us, I think. I hope. Should be. Yeah, let's do one more training. And then we'll go. See, we're training with potatoes now. I don't know what's up. Are you following? Yes, you're following. Good. Wait, no, you're not. This is weird. Like, generally speaking, in RimWorld, when you're a ranched animal, you don't have advanced training, and then when you're not a ranched animal, you do. So the one other thing we need to do, I just realized, is equip the breach axe. Because this animal, like, can't go through doors, but also hauls. It makes very little sense. It's not a logical one. The other advantage of the forced weather, which is going to last a little bit longer, is the forest fire will be negated, right? Like, because when you destroy the ancient Exostrider midsection, it goes kablamo and is a big chem fuel fire. But not for us, because it's forced rain. Nope, back up. Sweet. Decrypt transponder. And then rope Silent Rider, because I don't need Silent Rider dying to like a Scyther or something. So you stay inside for now to recover from toxic buildup, so you move faster. So, decrypting the mechanoid transponder. So passing near the remains of an ancient Exostrider mechanoid, which noticed an intact transponder inside. If you could get the transponder, you could read valuable information from it. The massive mech is smashed and fused into a solid piece. You must destroy it to retrieve the transponder, which I've done. Be careful. The incendiary weapon cells look unstable and will likely detonate after you do some damage. Available. A mechanoid transponder has been left behind after an explosion. It can be decrypted at a research bench, which I did. And then Mech Wreck. The mechanitor wreck. You have decrypted an ancient transponder, revealing the location of a mechanoid ship in orbit. The ship is badly damaged, but you can signal it to land nearby. The ship contains the remains of a long-dead mechanitor. Mechanitors create and control mechs for work and combat. By extracting the deceased mechanitor's mech link, you can turn one of your own colonists into a mechanitor. Beware, the ship also contains hostile mechanoid. The mechanoid group is composed of a Scorcher. Not a big deal. Except. So the ship called down to the west. The mechanitor is Ryu, who's got a slice cap, yayo, and a mech link. And then there's a Scorcher that wants to kill me. Cool. Bring it. I'm gonna be right here and you can step on my traps. And the Scorcher is a once controlled mech. So these are a little different. Generally mechs belong to, just to go into like full tutorial mode, generally mechs belong to the mech hive. In this case is the Untzen mech hive. Generally they belong to the mech hive faction, but not this one. This one is unfactioned. Essentially it used to be controlled by a mechanitor and it isn't anymore. And uncontrolled mechs go crazy and attack everyone. And that's exactly what it just did. The ferromechanoids are coming to assault the colony. So it is first destroying the crashed ship, which is fine. Not a big deal. Gives me plasteel components and steel. And now it's coming to attack me. And I don't think that's going to go well for it. It did not. Mech link available. Alright, so the Scorcher I am going to leave here. I'll probably break down its body once I have machining at some point. I want to set the traps back up. And now, let's go fetch our mech. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the Boundless Witch, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries marathon. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow witches and warlocks.